Happy Friday! I want to reclaim this holiday as Rainbow Friday. It's Black Friday, but why? My husband was like, why do they call it Black Friday? I'm like, I don't know, but I am not okay with it. I really feel like we need to come back into the promise of God and recognize that this should be a joyous time. I don't know. It probably has some reason to black out all the regular prices, but I feel like that'd be like Red Out Friday. I don't know. Anyway, if you know the reason that Black Friday is called Black Friday, let me know. I haven't Googled it yet, so I'll be curious how many answers we get. Comment below. Anyway, we are taking claim on calling it Rainbow Friday, even though our marketing still says Black Friday. So we need to do some branding refreshment on that next year. I am excited to talk to you about traveling as a transformative tool to our growth and why we choose to travel as a collective, specifically our women. We are going to have some more retreats and opportunities for men as well, as we are merging with some dynamic men who are going to be supporting us not only through couples experiences, but men's retreats. We have business retreats that are always co-ed, but I am here to talk to you specifically. You women, you Esthers, you Joannas, you Marthas. Can you raise your hand to any of those experiences, any of those biblical women? I really think that there are a plethora of Esthers on the rise, people who have a time and are ready to stand up and say yes to what the Lord has put on their heart, utilizing their gifts and talents based on position that God has them in, whether it's in their direct family, whether it's in their direct neighborhood or community, whether it's your ministry or your business, whether it's your church, whether it's the nation or whether it's many nations and you want to go global like me. It's one of my favorite things to do, and the reason why we travel, because so many people come, especially from a business development perspective, and they're like, I want to touch the nations. We're called to go and make disciples of nations. True. However, I think it does start local. It does start small, which is why intimacy is such a massive element of why we decide to do these experiences, how we want to keep them moving forward, and also how we think God is going to really make ripple effects in many areas. So the disciples, obviously there was only 12 of them, 3 of which were even on the inner circle of that, and then there was more from there. So we love to keep these to intimate experiences of 12. And we've got a few slots open. We're really excited about Costa Rica this year. We've gone to Mexico 3 times now, I think 3 times, and I have Mexican in my blood. Where's my Frida? I was like, am I on the wrong arm? We actually got this at a women's retreat, so we do have some fun. It was so much fun. Don't judge if you're already thinking of the scripture that refers to you can't mark your body. We'll talk offline, but don't judge. Be in the space, in the place, and know that in the investment of going abroad, you get culture immersion. You get an opportunity to really detach from all of the things that are happening in your life, whether it's in your relationships, whether it's in your home front, whether it's in your business entity, whether it's as a mom, whether it's as, I don't know, insert issue, right? Nothing, no one's life, no matter how rainbow-esque, is peachy keen all the time. Especially as Christians, we know that we face enemy warfare all the time, and we need to be not only weaponized, meaning we need to recognize, one, that we can put on the armor of God, Ephesians 6, if you don't know the reference, and also that we are a weapon of warfare based on how we worship, based on how we love one another, based on the fruit that we're bearing in our life. And I think that if we take that time to actually focus on the alignment, focus on the root system of whether it's trauma, heartache, heartbreak, trials, tribulations, and sometimes it's just nice, even if things are going pretty well, just to go and simmer in gratitude, right? We're in this week of Thanksgiving, and it's amazing, and I am so grateful for the thanksgiving that we can give the Lord, the giving of gratitude that we can give to Him, because it's not about, sadly, it's not about the essence of the tradition, because that's not why we gather as a family. We are actually saddened by what the premise of Thanksgiving actually was. And so I'm grateful and honored that we can shift our focus, and we can actually shift any holiday, any experience, Black Friday and alike, Thanksgiving alike, Christmas alike, right? Christmas is not about Santa. And so this trip is not about a girlfriend's getaway. This trip is not about the women leaving their spouses so that we can go have a good time. Yeah, we're going to have a blast. But I really want to focus on the refueling, the rejuvenation, the renewing of our mind, our body, and our spirit. That's what Fit in Faith, my podcast, originated with. Gosh, we're going on 4 years in that. That's the whole concept of the movement of entrepreneurs through founders, innovators, and trailblazers who are founded in their faith, and that is how they're operating. So I am calling Esther's, I am calling Deborah's, I am calling Joanna's, I am calling Mary's and Martha's. I am calling you out. And if your spirit is leaping in this moment because you know that you need a place that you can escape and or draw near, closer to God, this is your opportunity. So we have many pastors that are on staff with us, and you're going to hear women share their own testimonies. You're going to have an opportunity to explore maybe sharing for the first time your testimony. We've had women who have experienced that, and it's been so freeing for them because they know in their spirit that they're meant to do more with their testimony. They know in their spirit that they're meant to share it. We're called by the power of our testimony, right? And yet, most women have never actually said any of their things out loud. Most women have never put it in a book. Most women have never had an opportunity at a church or on a pulpit to share or a platform to share. Most women are actually fearful of that. Most women haven't turned on the camera and actually gotten behind the lens. They'd rather be the one taking the picture. Most women, right? Most women are in this space of throw away the key, hush, like they've lost their voice. And this is a place that you get to reestablish your voice. Have women around you who are celebrating you, raising your hands as the Aarons and the hers. Aaron's with the E and hers is, I don't know, Hermione. I have never even seen, what is that movie called? I was going to say Noah's Ark. Harry Potter. That's hilarious that I even referenced Hermione. But, right, I just want you guys to have a reference that this is for women specifically. We do have men's experiences, but I am calling even the men in this moment. Do you have women in your life? Do you have a wife in your life? Do you have a mom in your life? Do you have a coworker or a friend or a sister or a cousin who you know could use some refueling? I am such a person of fun. I love to have adventures. I love to take people outside of their comfort zone when it comes to the traveling experience. And so it's absolutely not something where we're just going to come and just go to another country and not experience another country. We've got to immerse ourselves in the gifts of those around you and the culture and the beauty of nature that God gives us every single day. And so a lot of times women are coming and it's the first time they've ever been on a boat. It's the first time they've ever ridden a horse. It's the first time for a lot of things, and yet they find freedom on the other side of it. What's really neat is the way that I develop retreats is we do the heart work, we do the hard work, and we do the fun work, and the fun and all of it intertwines so that on one given day you're having this like just beautiful journey and experience with God. He's going to show up in so many ways, shapes, or forms. Some of the things I don't even know, and he'll show up on our behalf. And so it's just being there in a surrendered heart. So if you're processing like, I want to go, I want to be in Costa Rica, February 2023. It's the 10th through the 17th. It's an entire week, okay? This time is going to be so precious. Then we head to Puerto Rico later in the year. That is, I don't know the dates offhand, but it's all on the link available for you. We're really focused on Costa Rica right now, one, because it's right on the corner, and two, we know how fast time flies, and if you don't do this, and now you're in the spending mindset of holidays, like, this is what we should be investing in. This is the who, this is the how, this is the why. See what God does. And it's incredible to be alongside other people who are exploring and navigating and also have incredible wisdom towards different trials and tribulations that they've walked through. This is sisterhood. This is kingdom operating as the body. We get to go into other places and bless them as well. We get an opportunity to bless some women who were, and children who were working and doing their own elements of gifts and talents in the streets of Mexico, both in Punta de Mita and Sayulita and Vallarta and Tulum. And so we don't just go to fuel ourselves. We don't just go to connect with other women. We don't just go to have an experience and encounter with Lord. All of those things happen. We also go to serve in the places in which we show up. that's what God calls us to ultimately. How can you go and make disciples of nations if you aren't actually showing the love of Christ to other people and you're just concentrated on the renewing of your soul? So it's multifaceted. It's absolutely dynamic. One of my favorite things that we do throughout the year, and we have a rainbow special, a promise of God special now through the end of the weekend. And so we would be honored to have you join us. It's $500 off, not only for you, but for a bestie who joins you. And so we hope that you guys sign up together. We have a lot of mother-daughter duos that come, so if that's something that sparks your interest, we would love for you to share. And we've got many testimonies, not only on the site, but through social media. So be sure to be on the lookout. I pray you guys have an incredible rest of your weekend. We are about to go bowling as a family, so that's going to be fun. And then I get a date night tonight with my hubby, so I'm really excited about that too. I see you, Ashir. Love you too. God bless you. So excited and so grateful for you always giving me words of encouragement. You're such a sweetheart. So we'll see you guys later. Oh, by the way, if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below. Or if you're excited and you're going to book, drop it in the comments below. Or, I don't know, whatever you want to drop in the comments below. I think we're supposed to do that in order to get this up in the algorithm. Who knows? Anyway, I'm just here to serve you guys. Love you. Bye.